This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.
It's all about makeup for your mind and so much more. We are with Lo Brown, the founder and CEO of Lo Brown Beauty. So excited to have her here to talk more about what she's doing. She's inspiring, she's motivating and helping us in so many different ways. So first and foremost, pleasure having you here. And how are you, sweetheart?
Queen. I'm doing wonderful, Queen. I'm so happy to be here with you guys and share and share the word. It's about time. It's time, guys. It's time. Let's go.
Let's
master our mental beauty, Jill.
I love it. Tell us a little bit about the company. Give us a little overview, and then we're going to dive further into it. But then I want to get to your background first, because I got to get to know how you got here. This is amazing. So, overview of what Lo Brown Beauty is, if you don't mind.
Yes, really quick. Lo Brown is me. It's my journey. It's everything I've been through. I used to be a customer service rep. I got into a bad relationship because I was, doing what my grandmother did. They break up the makeup, you stay, and, no matter whether it's physical or mental abuse. But I had a daughter, and I didn't want her to see me going through this. So I had to break away from this generational curse that runs generational deep in our families. And I'm sure a lot of these queens out here can relate to it. So I found a way to get out. And I had to spread the word. So I opened up a beauty supply store in Hillside, Illinois back in 2009. And it was a physical beauty supply store. I didn't want to do hair. I wanted to sell it. So I had a friend help me out. So women were coming in. They were spending a lot of money on makeup and hair just to talk to me and sit in my chair. But they were leaving feeling unpretty and venting to me about their relationships, their goals, their dreams, how they want to write books, start a business. And I couldn't help them. So what I did was shut my business down, got certified as a life coach. And that's when Mental Beauty was created. And now I wrote books and I speak and God has made a way where there is no way, you guys. So I'm here and I ain't going nowhere. And this is for the tens of thousands of women who have died because they didn't love themselves enough to know when it was time to let go. Or they had wishes and fantasies that never turned to goals and dreams. So I'm here to help you. I've done the work and I've laid the blueprint out and I'm ready to share. Let's talk about it. What y'all want? What y'all want? What y'all want to do? What do you want? Let me help you.
God bless. Yes. Wow. So here we are with our physical beauty. No, just a mental beauty company. It's beautifying you on the inside with motivational, inspirational, educational products. And I want to just dive in a little bit further to you. Yes. Where are you from? I want to back up to see, how you became what you are. So you're in Chicago now currently. Tell us about the background, what brought you here to discover all of this.
Well, again, breaking generational curses. It's just when I was younger, I was told something different to change the trajectory of my life. Yep. Beauty was meant for bad. It was meant to seduce, to entice, to use what you got to get what you want. And that was all wrong. And that was told by friends and family members. Those were the only mentors that I had. And a lot of us only have those type of mentors in our life. So it changed the trajectory of my life. So I found a way back, but it was so far to get there because I knew something wasn't right. My dad was an entrepreneur and my mom, she worked a lot. She was a very good role model, but it was just, I was told something different. So what I did was I used beauty as a power, instead, and I use it in a positive way to draw people in, because, that again, like I said, I opened up a beauty supply store because when you're in an abusive relationship, whether it's mental or physical, you don't have a lot of friends. No. And my very best friends became Mary J. Blige, Lauryn Hill, Mary, Beyonce, only because I had their music to put on that inspired me to get me out of this shell. So the energy that I was putting in this negative relationship, I started putting it into myself. I started loving on myself. And then that relationship just disappeared on its own. And I ended up getting educated, buying a home. My kids had their own rooms. I was a single mom, and it just opened up so many doors for me. I wrote a book, started a business. I mean, everything I wanted once I started loving myself, that was the greatest love of all. That was the power of mental beauty.
Oh my goodness.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah, yeah. It's not easy. A lot of us work these jobs. We know something's not right, but a lot of times we have mentors who are telling us something wrong, and a lot of times they'll tell you these things because they don't know how to help you, and they're caught up in a generational curse. So you're just repeating the cycle. But it's time, queens. It's time. I'm here to tell you, it is time to start breaking generational curses, so your daughter won't have to go through what you went through, and you can help a friend or a family member. And I'm here to show you the way.
Oh, God bless you. Thank
Yes,
you
ma'am.
so
Yes,
much.
ma'am. Yeah.
And for, rooting for us females out there, empowering us to do
Absolutely.
so much and
Absolutely.
really lead the way for others. So thank you so much for stepping out, and congrats on you persevering and being here and really stepping up. And wow, now doing what you do, you're helping so many. All right. So where do we begin? Let's talk about some of the services, the products that you have. And then, I mean, the books, the workshops, speaking engagements. I don't know where to start. So you tell me where you want to start off, sweetheart.
Okay, I'm sorry. Can you repeat that? My son's
Sure.
my son, something connected to the Bluetooth. I apologize.
No,
Go ahead.
no.
Yeah.
I don't know where you want to start. Let's talk about some of the products
Yeah,
or the services, the workshops. Tell me where you want it to begin.
Well, you know what? Where I like to start is I want to pay homage to the tens and thousands of women who have died because, they didn't love themselves, or a man had to tell them he didn't want them twice, and the richest place in the world is the graveyard because that's where all the hopes and the dreams, they die with us and they never were born. So I've created products. The first product it's called the Self-Love Experience. These are all vision boards. So if you can picture a vision board, they're all on my website, lowbrownbeauty.com. You can go get them there. I have a mental beauty bag of essential products that I put together. But the most important product is the Self-Love Experience. What you need to do, a lot of us, we never look into our lives.
Yeah.
And we never take a self-inventory check and say, what is going on? Why am I not getting what I want? How do I do this? It's like a circle, trying to fit a circle in a square. Something's off. So I've created this system so you can start there. Mental beauty is the heart of your dream. So you start there by loving yourself, and it takes you on a 7-day journey, just 7 days. Nobody's saying leave your situation because it's very hard, especially if you depend on someone to pay your bills. And you have a roof over your head, and you can't just leave your kids like that. So what you do, never let your circumstances dictate who you are or your future. You got to get in tune with yourself. You got to go deep. My mom asked me one day when I was in my situation, she said, what do you want for your birthday? I said, I want a CD player. And then my job asked me as well, they had a grab bag. I said, I want Mary J. Blige CD. Next thing you know, I put that on, and the energy to sustain one bad relationship was twice the energy to sustain a healthy one. So all of a sudden, all these doors start opening up for me when I start getting in tune with myself. I want to be happy, but that answer lies in me. Lighting a candle, saying a prayer, reflecting at night. You're not disrupting your household. Nobody knows what you're doing, but trust me, it works every time for everyone. You have to start focusing on yourself. It's not that person, it's you. No ball and chain is holding you in a situation. Being in a bad situation and not loving yourself, it's like being addicted to a drug. It's not good for you, but you continue to do it and stay in it, even if it ultimately kills you. I'm here for the tens and thousands of women who have dreams, and I'm here to show you the way and to create these products. So the Self-Love Experience is the first product because you gotta love yourself enough. When you start loving yourself, it's like you're protecting a child. You're never going to let anybody disrespect you. You're going to love yourself. You're going to pour into yourself. And then watch, doors are going to start opening up for you. I guarantee that's what happened to me. I just started pouring into myself for 7 days, and the rest is history.
Wow.
Yes, ma'am. Yeah. So the Self-Love Experience is one of my journey boards. And again, my journey boards are so unique because what I do is they're like vision boards, but I want to take it to the next level. I wanted to have a sure process because I don't got time to play games. This is a serious epidemic we have out here of us not loving ourselves. We're always putting other people before us. Even on an airplane, it says, put your mask on first before you put your kid's mask on. You got to take care of yourself. Otherwise, you're not good to anyone. you guys. On your tombstone, it's going to say your name, not no one else's. So you got to love yourself enough to know when it's time to move on. You got to be able to close those doors so you can open up other doors. You know, that's the only way. So I took my cognitive theory, that's what I call it, and I added it to the vision board, and now it's a journey board. So whatever you want, it asks you thought-provoking questions, so you can't mess up. You're the one answering the questions. I'm just telling you how to accomplish your goals and your dreams. This is what I did. This is the blueprint to what I've done to get whatever I want. Write that book, start that business, you know, get educated. I was a customer service rep.
Yeah.
Okay. I come from generational curses of women staying with men who just down talk them and they just keep it moving for the family. I broke that. My daughter, she lives in California. She's married. She has 2 beautiful children. They're in the military. My son, he's very successful. He's 24. My kids will never have to go through what I went through. That generational curse is broke. And these are the products. We cultivate a luxury mindset. That means we show you how to raise your standards in life.
Beautiful. Oh, wow. You are so inspiring, so powerful. And it's just so much proof. Like you could change. This could be you. This could happen. And I love you being you. Like this is just, I love this. You're helping so many young girls and women. You call me queen. You're a queen. Gosh, look at you.
We are all queens, you know, in our own right. We just don't know it.
Yeah.
You have to walk in with confidence. You got to know who you are. You're on this earth. Without you being on this earth, this whole world will be off. You're here for a purpose. You got to understand you're here for a purpose, because in the end we all die. So what is your legacy? What do you want to leave behind? You want your daughter to go through what you went through? You want your son to be like the man you're trying to get away from?
I got an 8 and 10-year-old, and it's like you have your kids, and I have 2 boys, and I've been single forever, and I'm trying to teach them and raise them. And it's like, of course, you want what's best for your children. You want to change what you didn't have to give to them, and just make them better people.
Absolutely. My son, he knows how to treat a woman. He's not going to be like his dad, you know, because he wants better for me. So now he knows better, and I'm here to lead by example. You know, my daughter, we have conversations. She's not, you know, she's not going to go through what I went through. My mother even learned from me. It's like my sisters, people, when I go around, I shift atmospheres when I walk in the room. I'm not the vibe. I shift atmospheres only because it's the self-love. People don't know what they see in me, but it's the God in me. You know, it's the love in me, you know, and the love I have for myself. And I'm here to share it and let you guys know. You can go to lowbrownbeauty.com. Pick up a Mental Beauty makeup bag. I'm telling you, it'll change your life. And along with that, you get a copy of my ebook.
Oh my God. Tell me a little bit about the ebook, what it's about.
Sure. It's called Mental Beauty Masterclass, Contour, Highlight, and Strobe Your Mind. Contouring means reshaping your thoughts. I have an exercise for that. You know, so I use makeup as a metaphor because that's how I started. Beauty is what brings them in, but mental beauty is what's going to keep them there, you know. So you got to have something to bring you in, like a lot of ladies again were buying wigs and things like that, but they were leaving unpretty. So contour your mind, reshape your thoughts, highlight, you know, that's when you pop out different parts of your face. But at the same time, in the mental realm, it's highlighting your goals and your accomplishments. A lot of times we go through life and we forget that we wrote that poem in kindergarten and it got into the newspaper, or we passed the Constitution test, or, you know, we graduated from high school, or we got certificates. We need to start reflecting on our goals and our accomplishments so we can rebuild ourselves and remind ourselves who we are, you know. And then strobe, we need to illuminate from the inside out. A lot of times in the physical realm, strobing means glowing, you know, spraying your face so that way you can have that luminous glow. But you need to illuminate from the inside with clean eating. I have an exercise for that. Clean eating, meditation, and prayer. We got to get in tune with ourselves, queens. We have to. There's no other way, you know. So mental beauty masterclass, contour, highlight, and strobe your mind. It's very informative. It's the beginning. It's where you start. You gotta understand where you came from to understand where you're at, and then you can understand where you're going in life and in business and whatever you want. And I'm telling you, What you see in front of you, Jill, is manifested. But what you
Oh
don't
my
see is my
God.
invisible scars. You don't
Oh,
see the invisible scars. And a lot of people think, oh, she's so pretty, she's so smart, she's so this, but they don't know what I went through. You know, they don't know where I've come from. That's because I learned how to master my mental beauty.
oh my gosh.
Yes, queen.
You're beautiful. Thank you. Can you share some experiences, some of the people you've been helping along the way?
Oh my
Lo, my
God.
goodness.
When in my well, again, I had people coming into my shop. So once I shut my shop down and I got certified as a life coach, that's when mental beauty took off. I was in Miami at the time, and I just started speaking. You know, I started going to networking events. I started speaking. I started making a lot of friends. A lot of them were a lot of the real housewives, believe it or not. But I would go to their events, and then I just started making myself relevant and start talking about it, doing videos. This was back in 2015, 2016, before the pandemic had hit. So I'm up there with my camera, and I'm talking about mastering your mental beauty, and I'm showing them all, inspiring women all over the world. And all of a sudden the pandemic hit. So I came to Chicago, opened up another beauty supply store in Harvey, Illinois, the first ever, and the pandemic hit. But the thing about it is, my background is in IT. I'm an IT information technology consultant. So what I did, I had this idea, and I'm an innovator. So I told my partner, I said, give me a vending machine. I want a refurbished vending machine, and I'm going to revamp it. I'm going to open it up. I'm going to change the board. I'm going to put a new chip in it. I'm going to add a credit card reader. I'm going to take my top 20 products in my beauty supply store and my book, and I'm going to put them in there. And I'm going to go on the road. And sure enough, I
Wow.
wrapped it with my logo, and I put it out there. I put it in an essential location, not knowing that this was going to be an essential location. It was like a liquor store. And the guy let me put it in there for free. Then the pandemic hit. All of a sudden, people were calling me, I need those lashes, I need that hair, I need this. They were all in my vending machine, not knowing that this was going to happen. Next thing you know, I started helping other women and other businesses put their businesses in a vending machine. I was charging them. I was making money doing that. And in Arizona, women still have them. And they were putting them in laundromats, places like that. I was doing seminars, and I was infecting their lives. They were actually coming, buying these vending machines. They were very expensive. But then the next thing you know, I got recognized for it. And once I get recognized for something like that product, because I did that for myself, then I'm done. It's time for me to move on. But then all of a sudden I found out I had lupus. So I had to kind of slow things down in 2021. And I had to get in tune with my mental beauty. And this is when it really, I tested it. I cut everybody off. I got in tune with myself, because makeup wasn't going to fix it. Wigs wasn't going to fix it. You know, I had to get in tune with my mind. I had to tell myself I had to see something different. So I started getting IV therapy. I started working on my insides, eating more healthy, not being in the sun a lot, just taking my meds, focusing on what I can do to get myself right. And guess what, you guys? I'm here. I'm back. And I'm back, and I'm in full effect. You know, everything is good. It's all good in my world. And I'm here to tell you about it. But yeah, I've spoke at schools. I've spoke at the SPAA theater. You know, I spoke to a lot of women. I wrote books. This is my third book. You know, my book is located on Amazon.com as well. Mental Beauty Masterclass, Contour, Highlight, and Strobe Your Mind. And again, these cards right here, what makes the product unique is that, and you know, like if I can compact myself in a vending machine, I said, I gotta think of a bigger way to compact myself so everybody can have it. So what I did was I created these journey boards. They come in your mental beauty bag. And on the back of them is QR code. And guess what? When you click the QR code, guess who pops up? Me. So now I'm your coach, and I'm in your home, you know, and I'm talking about this journey board, giving you instructions. You know, I'm talking about this journey board, you know, or on each product that you get, the physical beauty products, which come in the bag, the contour, highlight, I have QR codes on these. So now you can, while you're doing your makeup, contouring physically, then you can mentally contour your mind. Wow. You know, so these products are digital. I'm an innovator, you know, as well. And this is the actual bag that you get. It's just a cute little bag, you know, but it's full. It's full of, again, products that cultivate a luxury mindset. And when I mean that, I mean like fine dining, like restaurants. Everybody can't get in. There's a vetting process. You have to be exclusive. You have to be protective. Again, okay, I'm gonna touch on something, Jill, because I heard you say you're single. Okay, I'm married. Okay, but guess what? I'm here to tell you there is hope. You got to raise your standards, honey. There's so many imitations walking around here trying to be us, trying to be me, but they're doing it for less. They're imitations. You've got to become something different. You've got to become luxury and not an option. Because when you're an option, anybody can get you. But you got to raise your standards. You got to get in tune with yourself. You got to go places that you like. You got to surround yourself with like-minded people, places, and things. Just start living in your truth and doing things that you like. And I guarantee you will meet someone who will love you and appreciate you. And they can never affect you, in any type of way. I guarantee they're going to want what you got because it's going to be magical. It's a magical thing. It's a beautiful thing. And then when you walk in rooms, everybody's going to gravitate towards you like a magnet, because you've raised your standards, So yeah, that a lot, and it's a shortage out here. These men got 2 and 3 women. Yeah, I mean, I'm just telling you, it's bad. I was out there. It's bad. You want love. They tell you all these things, and it's not their fault. It's us because we fall for anything. We got to know who we bring into the table. And I'm not talking about the other person. I'm talking about you. Know who you are. Get in tune with yourself. Start mastering your mental beauty. Mental beauty is the heart of the dream.
Oh, well, what tips can we start working on today? How can we get a better mindset to start this? I mean,
yes, ma'am. First, get your bag off lowbrownbeauty.com because it's a big impact. You have everything in there. But if it's all too much for you to leave at once and you're in the midst of it, you could start by, again, lighting a candle, saying a prayer, and looking into your life and asking yourself, if I looked into my life, what would I see?
Yeah.
And reflect. And now it's a lot of times we see a lot of chaos. I know when I first did this, I thought about that. I was Mary J. Blige. She said, like I said, though, they became my best friends. A lot of times you don't have physical friends when you're in an abusive relationship because you're embarrassed. You're just straight embarrassed. Like, I can't believe this guy's talking to me like this. People would not have any idea when I went to work what I was going through. Okay, so I had to get in tune with myself, and I started focusing on myself, and I looked into my life, like Mary said, and I was like, okay, what would I see? And I seen a lot of chaos. I seen it was no peace. I was all over the place.
Yeah.
And then the next day, I lit that candle, said my prayer, and then I took it one day at a time. The next day, I said, I want to be happy. That answer lies in you, girl. The answer, you want to be happy? The answer lies in you. You've got to get in tune with yourself. Then I had to revisit the X factors. I had to come to grips with, hey, this ain't working out. I got to close those doors so new ones can open. All right. And then, you have to let go for 7 days and just get in tune with yourself. And again, I have a journey board for that. It's on my website, lowbrownbeauty.com. Get the board. It's so worth it because, and guess what? I'm here for you. You can inbox me, you can call me. You can look at Low Brown Beauty on Instagram, YouTube, TikTok, all of that. I'm out there. I'm always putting out videos and inspiring. This is my life, queens. This is my life. I'm here for you. It's time.
Thank you so much. A pleasure getting to know you. I'm excited to talk to you, to work with you.
Thank you.
And I want people to be able to reach out. How can we contact you?
Again, subscribe to my YouTube channel, Low Brown Beauty. You can look me up on Facebook. I've been there forever. Low Brown. See some of my videos, my motivational, inspirational, educational videos, products and services. Go to my website, lowbrownbeauty.com. Also, you can hit me up on Instagram or TikTok at Low Brown Beauty IT. And IT stands for innovation and technology, because I'm always looking for different ways to take beauty to the next level. It's not always about the outside, even though I love the outside. I love the hair, the makeup. You got to get in tune. What you see is what you hear, and what you see right now is my mental beauty. So I really hope this inspires you guys. I'm looking forward to talking with you guys. And if you have any questions or you need a free consultation, inbox me. Let's go. I'm here. I was there. I was you. Let's go.
Beautiful.
Yes,
Thank you so
thank
much.
you, Jill. Thank
Have
you,
a great day. Looking
You
forward to
too.
the next time we connect.
This is the Global Podcast Network, where executives and professionals connect, share, and inspire. Stay tuned for the conversations that drive success.